Well, hello there, and welcome to another Adulting with Frankie. I am Frankie, and today we're going to talk about driving tips. Now, if you live out in the middle of nowhere, like some corn poke town, like more horses than people, then maybe you don't need too many driving tips because if you drive, you probably have the only car in town. No, Frankie, that's not really true anymore. I mean, most people have vehicles. I mean, there are Amish towns, and then people in cities don't tend to drive because they just take public transportation. But most people have vehicles. I mean, the way our society's set up, you kind of have to have a vehicle these days. Okay then, I guess, Mr. Smartass over here told me new information. I guess this applies to everybody except for a few, so these are important tips for all of you. The first tip on how to drive is take driver's ed. Seriously, it should be, in my opinion, definitely should be required in every state. It should be a fucking goddamn hard test as well. I mean, I know the people out there who can drive. The test to get your license is far too easy. We need to be stricter. We need to lay down the law, Frankie. But I mean, you know, that kind of fucks over disenfranchised people who can't maybe, take the time to study the test. You know, if you make it really hard, then you're just like hurting people who need licenses the most. I mean, you can't employ all these rules and not expect there to be consequences. Okay, so well, I guess if you can't, state, it should be funded somehow, call your governor. Anyways, so yeah, you should take driver's ed if you can. If you can't afford it, please study the book at least, and really take some time to study. I'm sure there's more helpful videos on YouTube than this one. You can actually teach you real stuff on how to drive and rules and how to be courteous, non-piece of shit driver. So look for those. And then come back here for more tips. Yes, come back to this video for more helpful tips. Anyways, so learn how to drive and then come back here for tips. Okay, driving tips. If you're following somebody who's being a total piece of shit, you're just changing their speed all over the place and just absolutely pissing you off, pass them or slow down, you fucking asshole. Don't ride their ass. Just because you're very confident in your driving abilities and you think, oh well, I know all the rules of the road, well then why are you tailgating this poor fucker who can't figure out how the accelerator works? Pass or be patient or shut the fuck up. Anyways, next tip. Road rage, yeah. So this kind of applies to that last thing, because that's kind of a road ragey response to a person who can't control their speed. If you're a person with road rage, don't drive. That's my tip. Because if you do, you are the biggest asshole on the planet. I mean, just the absolute biggest asshole. You're seriously gonna get mad at this shit? You make mistakes too. Maybe that's why you're so mad. Because you're like, this is bullshit. I've only done this, once. But it was only that one time. This asshole clearly probably does it all the time. So, fuck this person in particular. But that's not really the right way of going about things. You shouldn't be so mean to each other, especially when you're driving, because it's driving is super fucking dangerous and nobody really thinks about that anymore. You know, you think you can just go out there and be like a Grand Theft Auto drag racer like the cool kids. But that's how you get dead. And if you want to live, then don't get dead by driving like an asshole. Okay, next tip. And hey, this is a little interactive. This is an interactive routine for you and me and all the audience. Please participate. Take your right hand. Okay? I'll go like this. Good job. Now take your left hand. I can't do that. But I mean, you can. Take your left hand out. Do this. But with your left hand. Good. Now all you assholes know how to use a turn signal. So fuck you. Use your turn signal. Fuck you. Fuck you if you don't use a turn signal. Fuck you. Okay, Frankie, this has been a little aggressive, so let's move on to a next tip or end this thing because you are definitely negative about driving. Well, have you been out there lately? Have you been out there on the road with all these assholes driving like fucking maniacs, just veering in and out of each lane, willy-nilly, not paying any goddamn attention to what the fuck they're doing, and almost killing every other motherfucker on the road? Yeah. The government needs to take all of your licenses away. All of them. Not a single person out there deserves to have a motherfucking license. Take them all away. And like, what are we gonna do, Frankie? You know, people gotta get to work, they gotta do things, and, you know, get to places, go to church on Sundays if they're into that kind of thing, you know, the usual. Well, not my fucking problem. Learn to drive or lose your fucking license. That's my opinion. Yeah, Frankie, is it really that people have gotten worse at driving? Or are there just way more people on the planet now than there ever has been? You know, maybe people just didn't notice it as much because, like, proportionally the amount of assholes has stayed the same, but just because there are more people now, there are more assholes. I'm gonna take your license away too, motherfucker. What?